Hi everyone, thanks for coming to Pot About with me. I'm just going to be doing something which I haven't done in a long time, and that is starting some seedlings from a pack of seeds. Now, just because it's coming up to spring, I did spend, well, it's not an exorbitant amount of money, it's just on just annuals for my pots outside, so I thought I'll just give it a bash and try and plant my own and just see how well they do. So it does say I can sow it in January, February or March, and it's now just mid-February, so hopefully it should be the right time for them, and then I can plant out in April and May, and hopefully later this year. So by the time you're watching this video, I'm going to take you through the process of sowing the seeds right up until my planting out experience, and then ultimately them flowering. So what I normally do is, just to get started, I use these recycled trays. I have been getting to the habit of actually buying like seedling trays, but if these plants are just going to go outside, I don't really want to be spending any additional money on just seedling trays, and I can just use something that's lying around the house. So I've got 3 different types of containers, and I'll just see which ones work best. So this is just like a deeper, maybe like a 7-8 centimeter high plastic tray. This was a donut container, and this had some fruit or something inside. So I'll just quickly plant all of those with some, I'll layer them just with some soil, and then I will sprinkle the seeds on. Okay, so that is the trays all soiled up, if you will. I'll just try and level out the trays, but not press the soil down too much. And then let's see if I can open this. So I'm not sure if I'm just gonna rip it at the corners. I'm not sure if they come in a plastic or anything like that. Yep, oh, so that's fine. This comes in like a little seed, and there you go. There's some little Snapdragon seeds. Well, I'm not sure if I mentioned that as well. I'm just planting some Snapdragons, just an assorted selection of them. So hopefully I'll be able to get a range of colors, and with the different sort of containers I might see which one works best. So if I am more successful with one or the other, then I'll try that. So because these seeds are so tiny, I'm gonna have to be really careful when I'm spreading them out. So let's try and see if I can show you how tiny they are. So tiny little seeds, I don't want to lose any, but I'm just going to sprinkle them just roughly throughout the trays, and I'll just hope that some of them catch, some of them will then fall in like a decent place on the actual plants or on the soil itself. I have already moistened the soil just ahead of putting it in the trays, just so that the seeds are not washing away or anything like that. And to be honest, there weren't that many in here, so I'll just gently sprinkle a few of them over there. That's pretty much it. So I'll just pop that in there. I will write the date as to when I planted them. I might actually, I don't know if I need to give them a water because the soil is quite wet. Might just give it a light, gentle sprinkling. I actually have a misting gun as well, so I'll maybe just mist it over. just so it gives the seeds a bit of a better start. I don't want to make it too damp, but I just want to apply some moisture to them, and I will close that over. I'll close that over as well. So today is the 20th of February, and I will then do updates along the way. It does say I should see within 14, I think it's 14 to 18 days, 14 to 28 days I should get some seedlings. So it's not really focusing, but they're just 14 to 28 days I should see some seedlings, so hopefully that's the case, and I'll keep an eye on them. Everyone, thanks for coming to Pot About with me today. I'm just going to do a quick update on the Snapdragon seeds which I planted. I planted them on the 20th of February, just in these little recycled plastic trays, and I've got various ones as well. It's now just the end of March, so it's just over 4 weeks since I planted these, and I've had varying levels of success. So these ones were under the grow light, which seemed to be doing the best. These ones over here were under a window, or on a windowsill rather. They are quite big. You can say they are slightly tilted to one side, but they have done really well. And then I've had these sort of sparse ones which aren't growing too badly, but I think possibly because they're in such a shallow dish, they're not doing as well as the others. Anyway, I'm just going to be replanting those into these trays. I probably should have maybe separated them a little bit more, but to be honest, I'm just going to put a whole batch of them into these, and then I'll see if they grow, if one plant maybe grows better than the other, and I'll just clip off any of the other ones. It's because they're so tightly knit together. I might just need to pinch some of the other heads off. Anyway, I'll just fill this quickly up with some soil. Basically, I haven't moistened it yet, but it's just a potting mix with some perlite and vermiculite and some topsoil as well. And then I'll just moisten it first. I'll add some water to it, and then I'll put it in this tray, and then I'll start to plant the seedlings. Okay, so that's basically just the seed tray, or the tray rather, just filled with soil. I'm now going to begin just to separate these. Essentially what I'm going to do is just try and separate these into little plants, I guess, and single ones. I might maybe put two in each of them. It probably might be too many, but I'll just see if that works. And hopefully I should be able to just get a couple of them out with all of their roots. So there's one. Okay, so basically that's just the seeds rather untidily planted. You can see some of them there is a bit of crowding just because I couldn't be bothered to correctly plant them, so I'll just pull out the loose ones which are overcrowding certain areas. I'll see which ones maybe catch on before I start doing that completely. I'll just water this down, and I'm going to put it under the grow light again, just inside this black tray, and then hopefully they should catch on, and in a couple of weeks maybe like 4, 5, possibly 6 weeks, I can transplant them out into the garden. Anyway, I just want to say thanks again for watching. Oh, and I'll just pop that in there so I know which ones it is.